agencies. A good example is the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, our brother Waledu. We can talk security, but we need money also to procure equipment and to do a lot of things. So your presence here would also give us insight into how funding is being handled in order to ensure the security of lives and properties. Basically, the Senate decided to take this option for us to have this interaction because of the various petitions that we have received from our constituents. And as part of our major oversight function, we decided to do this through Committee of the Whole. And so it's because of the need for us to hear directly from you, and then from there we can also brief the people. If there is any need for any cause for alarm, if there is no cause for alarm, we'll also know. And if there is anything you want the National Assembly, the Senate to do, we'll do so working closely with our partners in the House of Representatives. So we welcome you. And because of the way the Senate operates, we also apologize for the starting late, because I know that many of you probably have operations or engagements that you want to undertake immediately after this. We shall try as much as possible to speed up the process. The Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, very distinguished senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, also taking cognizance of the presence of our honorable ministers, service chiefs, I stand to move, Mr. President, that the Senate do resolve into the Committee of the Whole, and also that the Committee of the Whole do sit in close session to take security briefing from our security chiefs, and at the end of which both the President of the Senate as well as our security chiefs will be at liberty to brief members of the press. But at this point, for the purpose of this security briefing, I move that we sit in closed session. I so move, Mr. President.
Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, guests. I rise to second the motion that the Senate do resolve into the Committee of the Whole and in closed session to take security briefs from our security chiefs. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, two motions have been moved and seconded. One that we resolve into Committee of the Whole to enter into a major interactive session on national security. And secondly, that we do so in a closed session. Those in support of the two motions say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. So.
You've been watching a live Channels television event. and Ifeoma Williams, your guide on this transformative journey.
Welcome to Transform Her, the first of its kind on-air coaching program exclusively on Channels Television.
I define a product as that perfect thing that people are ready to part with their money for.
In a male-dominated environment, being required to uphold a position of leadership.
The good, the bad, the ugly, they all pull together to make you this woman and this person that you can be.
Join us in shaping the future of African female leadership as we provide practical resources for entrepreneurs and aspiring C-suite leaders. Every Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. West African time, we bring you expert interviews, transformative coaching, and the tools you need for exponential personal and professional growth. Transform Her, because it's time to unlock your potential and lead with purpose.
Big tech wasn't really here. What have they seen in the past 10 years, which is making all of them want to put their HQ here?
If you're a business that sees itself growing global, we'll definitely need some sort of like boosts. We need to tap into those existing networks that these big tech companies do provide.
Is there a downside to big investment in Africa? Okay. It's a tricky question.
We want to be like Amazon, we want to be like Google. Like, this is not, we are not looking to sort of be just another player.
For me, big tech is something highly controversial. I see the value of it, but I also see that Africans should stop playing second fiddle to some of these organizations and have the confidence to start building our own technology.
We've seen how we are using the limited resources we have to solve real problems. They've seen indigenous tech startups achieving things that took them years to figure out.
How does double digits affect your purchasing power? What about ballooning debt profile and scarce FX? How's that affecting your business?
The federal government is turning to the money market to fund this deficit. Are yields contracting or expanding? Is this a good buy for you?
Inflation drives MPC decisions and affects sentiment at the equities markets. What is happening to your investment?
Or would you rather go digital? We track all the volatility in the crypto market.
Get the answers from the business team every weekday at 1 p.m. on Business Incorporated, only on Channels Television.
The images in this room have put together to capture 15 years of the Center for Contemporary Art in Lagos, a non-profiting art organization set up by the late Bisi Silva. It shows growth through interaction with artists that have now become household names.
That the work that CCA has done has been insurmountable. If you look at the walls in this exhibition and just the material, you see so many names, names of people that are now household names: Ndidi Dike, Victor Hekemena, Emeka Ogbo, Lemi Garioku. Just so many artists that CCA has worked with over the years, and many of which who have come through either our workshops or talks or had the opportunity to experiment with their artwork as well in this space. And so I would say that the impact has been felt, not just in Lagos actually, but globally.
Research and materials are being put together still with the young artists in view, so they can really understand and learn more about their craft.
We're hoping that our upcoming artists will attend our workshops, focus on materials, and focus on research and developing research practice in their work. CCA was founded with the belief that artists need to build criticality and learning into the work that they're producing. So we want to activate our library through book readings and through workshopping as well with our partners and our funders. And also looking at specific art skill sets. So how are materials like art and technology. Opening up workshops to young artists to attend that's outside of their normal